Here are the contracts I've accepted. I'll try to be quick. So here's the outpost I have already set up on Duna. In here are... Okay, on this buggy I have 2 scientists ready to be exchanged. And I also have these 2 guys inside the structure. So here I am, and this is where I want to be. And just a quick tip: when you're traveling to an outer planet, the outer planet should be ahead of you in the orbit because it's traveling more slowly. By the time you reach an intercept, you'll hopefully be at the same point. And if you're traveling to an inner planet, you want the inner planet to be behind you for a similar reason. So here, in order to get from Kerbin to Duna, the optimal angle is calculated to be just under 45 degrees. And if you need to do the calculation for any body in the Kerbin system, it's an excellent website to go to. And as you can see, 45.36 degrees, as long as your parking orbit, starts at 100 kilometers above the surface. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. There go those 2 extensions. And here we go. Okay, for my next mission, I'm going to try to deploy the satellite. This green circle you see here, that represents the orbit that I'm supposed to try to achieve. This is a stationary orbit, which means we also are trying to make sure the satellite is on the orbit above this point on Duna. The problem is the moon just happens to also be in a stationary orbit, so they kind of intersect a bit here. And the moon, I expect, will be a problem. Okay, I guess that was close enough. This is contract number 2 completed. And contract number 3 is simply transmit and recover scientific data from around Duna. Okay, contract number 3 completed. Okay, we have 2 more contracts to accomplish, and they're both over on Ike. The first one is taking temperature readings while passing over Ike, and the other one is taking seismic readings landed on Ike. So for that, I'll be taking one of these landers, and I'm going to put a couple Kerbins on it also, just so they can accumulate some experience and maybe take some soil samples. Okay, mission 4 complete. Contract 4 complete. See, right? Now next is to land right around there. Okay, so last part of the last contract. There. Okay, the last thing I want to do before returning back to Kerbin is to land this lander uh, near my outpost on Duna and exchange these 4 Kerbins for the 4 Kerbins that are there. Okay, we had a bit of a change of plans happen here. It turns out that my return ship, this part down here, actually doesn't have any power on it. I didn't put a battery or solar panels on it, so as soon as I detached it, within seconds, the probe core, the controlling part of this ship, ran out of power and it lost control. So I reverted back to the save game and I ended up sending a rescue mission. So that's what's attached over here. Part of this rescue mission also involved completing a couple more contracts. I was able to accept 2 more contracts. Um, one was setting up a satellite around Ike. And the other one was setting up a new outpost on Ike. And one interesting thing about Ike is because it's tidally locked, the part of the moon facing Duna will always be facing Duna. So this guy has a permanent view on this side of Ike. Okay, so let's get back to our ship and go home. Okay. Another thing to mention is I made use of this webpage again to get the angle right to go to transfer back from Duna to Kerbin. So the angle should be about minus 75 degrees. And if we look, that's about what I have set right here. Okay. There's Kerbin right there. Okay. Success. Let's recover this thing and see what we got. So 2 surface samples from Ike, EVA report over Duna, surface sample from Duna's poles, seismic scan from Duna, temperature scan from Duna, gravity scan from Duna, vessel recovery. So 984 science for returning this ship. So now I'm up to 9,200 parts, some money back, and lots of XP. Jebediah is level 3, Bob is level 3, Bill is level 3. All these guys are level 3 now. That's great. Okay.